For my next trick, I need a shuffle pack of playing cards, and I need this pack either to touch two cards for this effect. In this case, let's pretend that the selection is the 10 of hearts and the 8 of diamonds. Now, please memorize the first one, the 8 of diamonds, so we can lose it inside the middle of the pack here, and the other one, the 10 of spades, goes into the middle of the pack too, and maybe we can cut these cards a little bit deeper into the pack, so roughly there in the middle. Okay, and by doing that, there is no chance for me or for the spectator to know the exact positions of those cards. However, for this trick, I need the help of two more cards, the two red aces. Okay, I'm going to place the two red aces right on the table so you can see them the whole time. And before we go back to the two red aces, I need you to pick one last selection. In this case, let's say you want the 6 of diamonds, a pretty good card. The reason why I wanted you to pick the 6 of diamonds after the other two selections is the fact that I'm going to lose this one facing up in the middle of the pack. And that makes basically the job of the two red aces a little bit harder, because they have to find two facing down cards and one facing up card. Okay, so you get the idea. Watch this. If I take the two red aces and wave the dagger over it, and this should cause now the two red aces to jump into the middle of the pack, and they should have trapped one card in between them, the 6 of diamonds, one of your selections. And yes, I know what you're thinking. The two red aces were on the table, right? But I think those two cards changed to your other two selections. And that's basically the trick. I hope you enjoyed it. And now let's see the explanation for it. So here's the explanation for this trick. For this trick, you need the two red aces facing down on the table or underneath the card case, and you need one gimmick card, which is a double backer, which goes on top of the pack, like so. To get started, you need the spectator to pick two cards from the middle of the pack. In this case, let's have the 10 of hearts and the 2 of spades. Now, as they are laying on the table and as the spectator is trying to memorize them, and I can mention you can use up to 3 spectators for this effect, because you don't want the spectator to memorize 3 cards for this effect. So however, as the spectator is looking at those 2 cards, you're going to swing cut the cards so you catch a break above the double backed card here, and now you take one of the selections, show them to the audience again, and you say that you're going to lose it in the middle of the pack. What you're doing is you slide the card into the gap, and once it is in the gap, you can release the break, because this card is now marking the point. So now you can squeeze the dagger a little bit to show around that the card really goes into the center of the pack. As you push it in, you basically press on the card with your thumb, so you have here a break with your thumb, okay? And you transfer the thumb break to a pinky break. To lose the second card, you can do the same thing again, but I prefer to transfer the pinky break to a thumb break again, and dribbling all the cards until the break here, and place the 10 of hearts on top, okay? And then catch a break here and cut these cards over here to the top of the pack, and this would control the double backed card and the 2 selections to the top of the pack. Now, as you're talking now, you're going to say that there is now no possibility for you or for the spectator to know the exact positions of those 2 cards. And as you're saying this, you riffle here 3 cards from the top. It is very easy for you to see them, because you can see here the double backed card. Okay, you place your pinky inside the break here, and you perform the Brownie reversal with those 3 cards. So what you're doing is, you transfer the pinky break now to a thumb break, take about half of the cards underneath the break, turn them around and place them on top, and then the same thing with the last pack here. Okay? And you do this as you're saying, there is now no chance for me or for you to know the exact positions of those 2 cards. Now, flip over the pack again. So you're in this position, be careful not to flash the facing up cards here. And you say that you will need the help of the 2 red aces for this effect. And as the spectator is looking at the aces, you have to catch a break underneath the top 3 cards again. Again, as you might notice, this trick requires a lot of breaks, so you have to master the break, okay? So once you have the break here, you take the 2 red aces, place one of them on top so it's square with the deck, and then the other ace kind of side jogged here. Okay, now you have to turn over the aces and the cards above the break. Okay, so underneath this ace over here, I have 3 more cards. And since you turn over the aces very quick, the spectator won't notice that you turn over here actually 5 cards. So you're here, now you're holding with your middle finger and thumb kind of the cards up and above the break and turn them around. Now you take the top 2 cards quickly and place them on the table, and the spectator is going to think that these are the aces, which are now the 2 selections. Again, at this point you can spread the deck because you don't have to worry about facing up cards here because they are facing down. Okay, the top card is the double back card. You maintain it on top because after you have the 3rd selection, you're going to cut it into the pack. So you want the spectator to pick a 3rd card. As he's looking at it, you basically slip jog the card, the top card, into the middle of the pack, so the aces are now on top. So now at this point, when you're showing the 7 of diamonds, I explained to the spectator why I wanted him to pick the 3rd selection after the other 2 selections which were lost in the pack. And my reason for that is that I'm going to lose the 7 of diamonds facing up in the middle of the pack. Now as I'm saying these things, I'm going to catch a break underneath the top card because I'm going to lose the 7 of diamonds facing up underneath the top card into the gap. And from the spectator's point of view, it really looks like the card goes into the center of the pack, but it is in between the 2 red aces. Once you're here, you have to do the last secret move for this effect. You have to perform the Bravi reversal with the top 3 cards one last time. Again, refill 3 cards from the top. Pretty easy to see the ace of diamonds here. Transfer it to a thumb break and perform the Bravi reversal. And when you turn over the last pack to the top, I prefer to leave it on the bottom because you want the aces to stay in the middle of the pack. Okay? Sorry, this is the double back card. So they are in the middle. And as you're performing the Bravi reversal, you say that the 2 red aces are going to help you right now. I prefer to slide them into the center of the table. And once I have performed the Bravi reversal, I shake the deck over the 2 red aces, turn them around, because otherwise, as you've seen before, you would flash here the double back card. So you leave the cards facing down, spread the pack to show that the 2 red aces jump from here into the pack. And this is kind of my favorite part of this trick because you have 3 revelations. The first one is that the aces jumps into the pack. The second one is that they found a card. And the third one is that the aces on the table change to the other 2 selections. And that's basically the end of the trick. I just want to give you one little tip. This is not a trick that you should perform outside because you need a table for it, and this is not a quick trick. It takes you about 2 to 3 minutes to perform, and you don't want a spectator to stay with you on the street for that long. And one more thing why you shouldn't perform it outside is the fact that you have to place the 2 red aces, which you change for the 2 selections. You can't place them on the table. You have to place them in the hands of the spectator. And at the end of the trick, when you reveal that the aces jumped into the pack, most of the times the audience, the spectator, is going to turn over the cards to look what he has in his hands. And you don't want this to happen because you want to reveal those 2 cards at the end of the trick. And this would kind of disturb the whole magical part of this effect, in my opinion. And that's basically the explanation for this trick. I hope you enjoyed it. As I've said before, the only hard part in this trick is to catch the breaks. But if you're a master of the break, it is very easy to do for you. And I really hope you enjoyed it. That's it. I'll see you next time.